I'm talking today with Dr. Tracey Lauriault, Associate Professor, Critical Media and Big Data at the School of Journalism and Communications, also with Digital Humanities and the Institute of Data Science at Carleton University in Ottawa, Canada, and a researcher with InterPARES Trust AI. Tracey, you're a critical data studies scholar who works with data scientists and engineers. You're not an archivist. So what do you see as the intersection of critical data studies, data science, and archival science?
That's a great question. So first, critical data studies about the application of social theory to the study of data and about trying to understand social and material implications of data. I would argue that those who create data and artificial intelligence systems and computer science systems do that, but don't often bring the critical thinking to their work. Whereas archivists are the group who are very much about the creation of identity and social material realities through their institutions, but they also, all three are about practice and about theory. And to me, the three come together beautifully in this particular study.
So in InterPARES Trust AI, you're investigating digital twins with an archival mindset in order to understand and preserve them for the long term. Tell me a bit more about that.
So digital twins in the architecture, engineering, construction, and owner-operated sectors, you can't get more material than that. But when it comes to digital twins, suddenly you're in a digital realm. And not only are you in a digital realm, you have the digital speaking to the material through systems that speak between the two. While they don't really exist in a solidified interactive way yet, they will. And therefore, from an archival perspective, what are the records that are generated in this context that change the material reality? And how do we digitize material reality in a way that we can capture it across time and space? So what I'm really interested in is working with the people who are in engineering and architecture and those sectors and bringing to them the idea that the artifacts that they create have social value and historical value to the state, and therefore they ought to consider how important their work is into shaping our societies. And working with archivists is the best way, I think, to try and find a way to preserve these really complex artifacts.
So what would you like those in technical fields like the data sciences, architecture, and engineering to know about how to preserve the data that they're using and that they produce?
Such a great question. So the first thing is they need to consider that what they do has significant social, cultural, and historical importance. And often that's left out of the technical fields. People make things, but they don't often think of the significance and the implications of their making of things. So what I'm hoping is that as they're making these really complex systems, that we can embed some elements in them from an archival point of view that will help them preserve the nature of their work so that we can preserve the digital twins, but also that we can build on their knowledge across space and time. And that I find really, really exciting from a knowledge production perspective, and I can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Tracey Lauriault, thank you very much.
Thank you.